This is the famous quotes quiz with some of the most famous lines ever. Let's see how many you can place. Starting easy with movie quotes. Which film features the line, "To infinity and beyond"? Nice one, it's Toy Story. Question 2. Which film features the line, "I'll be back"? That would be The Terminator. Question 3. Which film features the line, "Why so serious"? You got it, The Dark Knight. Question 4. Which film features the line, "You had me at hello"? Locked in? The answer is Jerry Maguire. Question 5. Which film features the line, "I'm the king of the world"? Correct answer, Titanic. Titanic was so expensive that its production budget was reportedly higher than the cost of building the real ship in 1912 money. Music quotes. Who sang "Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy"? Nice one, it's Queen. Question 7. Who sang "I Can't Get No Satisfaction"? You got it, The Rolling Stones. Question 8. Who sang "Hello, is it me you're looking for"? Locked in? The answer is Lionel Richie. Question 9. Who sang "Just a small town girl living in a lonely world"? Correct answer, Journey. Question 10. Who sang "Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away"? That would be the Beatles. Paul McCartney first worked out the melody for "Yesterday in a Dream" using placeholder words before the final lyric took shape. History quotes. Who said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind"? Nice one, it's Neil Armstrong. Question 12. Who said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country"? You got it, John F. Kennedy. Question 13. Who said, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few"? Correct answer, Winston Churchill. Question 14. Who said, "407 years ago"? That would be Abraham Lincoln. Question 15. Who said, "I have a dream"? Locked in? The answer is Martin Luther King Jr. The most famous passage of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech was partly improvised after gospel singer Mahalia Jackson urged him to tell the crowd about the dream. Literary quotes. Who wrote "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times"? Nice one, it's Charles Dickens. Question 17. Who wrote "To be or not to be"? That is the question. Correct answer, William Shakespeare. Question 18. Who wrote "Call Me Ishmael"? That would be Herman Melville. Question 19. Who wrote "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife"? Locked in? The answer is Jane Austen. Question 20. Who wrote "It was a pleasure to burn"? You got it, Ray Bradbury. Ray Bradbury wrote the first version of Fahrenheit 451 on rented typewriters in UCLA's Powell Library basement. Medium mode, here we go. Back to movie quotes. Which film features the line, "You can't handle the truth"? Correct answer, A Few Good Men. Question 22. Which movie features the line, "Here's looking at you, kid"? That would be Casablanca. Question 23. Which film features the line, "I see dead people"? Nice one, it's The Sixth Sense. Question 24. Which film features the line, "Hasta la vista, baby"? You got it, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Question 25. Which film features the line, "You talking to me"? Locked in, the answer is Taxi Driver. Robert De Niro improvised the mirror routine in Taxi Driver, turning a simple character moment into one of cinema's most quoted scenes. Music quotes again. Who sang "Purple Haze All in My Brain"? Correct answer, Jimi Hendrix. Question 27. Who sang "I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy"? That would be Bob Marley. Question 28. Who sang "Don't You Forget About Me"? You got it, Simple Minds. Question 29. Who sang "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go"? Locked in, the answer is Wham. Question 30. Who sang "Like a Rolling Stone"? Nice one, it's Bob Dylan. Al Cooper was invited to watch the "Like a Rolling Stone" session, but he slipped onto the organ anyway and helped create the song's signature sound. History again. Who said, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself"? Correct answer, Franklin D. Roosevelt. Question 32. Who said, "Give me liberty or give me death"? You got it, Patrick Henry. Question 33. Who said "Veni, vidi, vici"? Locked in? The answer is Julius Caesar. Question 34. Who said "Workers of the world unite"? Nice one, it's Karl Marx. Question 35. Who said "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee"? That would be Muhammad Ali. Ali made the phrase famous, but it was coined by his cornerman Drew Bondini Brown, the hype man who helped shape Ali's verbal style. Literature again. Who wrote "The truth is rarely pure and never simple"? You got it, Oscar Wilde. Question 37. Who wrote "Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way"? Locked in? The answer is Leo Tolstoy. Question 38. Who wrote "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live"? Correct answer, J.K. Rowling. Question 39. Who wrote "I am no bird and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being"? That would be Charlotte Bronte. Question 40. Who wrote "Not all those who wander are lost"? Nice one, it's J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien's line appears in a poem about Aragorn, where wandering is not aimlessness but part of a hidden royal identity. Tough ones now. Movie quotes again. Which film features the line, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night"? Locked in? The answer is All About Eve. Question 42. Which film features the line, "What we've got here is a failure to communicate"? Correct answer, Cool Hand Luke. Question 43. Who sang "Mama, just killed a man, put a gun against his head"? That would be queen. Music quotes. Which film features the line, "I am serious and don't call me Shirley"? Nice one, it's Airplane. Question 45. Who sang Riders on the Storm? You got it, The Doors. Riders on the Storm was the last song The Doors recorded with Jim Morrison, giving it an eerie place in rock history. Question 46. Who sang I Am the Walrus? Locked in? The answer is the Beatles. History quotes. Who said power tends to corrupt, absolute power corrupts absolutely? That would be Lord Acton. Question 48. Who said it is better to die on your feet than to live on your knees? Nice one, it's Emiliano Zapata. Literary quotes. Who wrote Hell is Other People? You got it, Jean-Paul Sartre. Final question. Who wrote It Was a Bright Cold Day in April and the Clocks Were Striking 13? Correct answer, George Orwell. 1984 gave English words like Big Brother, Doublethink, Newspeak and Thought Police, turning fictional control systems into everyday political language. 50 quotes down. How many did you know? Drop your score in the comments. Think you can beat that score? Head to plucky.cards for the full experience or take on the next video. Like and subscribe for more.